We have our LangChain and OpenWebUI working. Now let's start building the RAG implementation. So let's do the retrieval of what? Of our input, our ingested data. So for our ingested data, we're going to have the folders. Once again, let's see the folders. We were here. This is the interface that your client will see. So when you are selling your agent, the client that you are selling this service can come here to the knowledge base. So for example, if they are in chat, they just go to workspace and workspace knowledge. So here in knowledge, just create plus to create a knowledge base, and this will be, for example, documentation PDFs, and here all the documentation for our products. Okay, private, create knowledge base, models, knowledge. We have this collection. I don't know why I had to change different views to refresh, but we saw and we see it anyway. So now in the collections, I can, let's go to a collection. We can say here on plus upload files or upload a directory. So before we start here, this is the UI part. But before we start here, let's do a question here to, could be to Claude. So let's do a question to Claude. Let's ask with Super Whisper. Using OpenWebUI, when I want to upload some new documents and I am in the knowledge base and I want to upload a new document, where are these documents uploading by default? Do I have to do anything, or where are they uploaded? And if I need to do some configuration, where to do it? When you upload documents to a knowledge base on UI, it's stored in the app backend data uploads directory. Storage configuration. No additional configuration required. So let's upload something and see where it uploads it. In documents, we're going to upload some files, PDFs. So it uploaded. Yes. So where did you upload? So it was saying the backend data uploads. Let's see, what do we have here? So cdvm, set the data the environment variable to specify where documents should be stored. So let's do that better. So export data dir to where we want, but let's copy that in our instructions. That's as well important. Okay, and where do we want it? So we are in pwd, we are in VM, and we have here our code running the OpenWebUI. So let's make the directory, a directory here called docs or document uploads folder there. So now we're gonna say this: export data directory path to document uploads. Look, it even knows about the thing document uploads. How funny. So we're gonna say, yeah, say it. Oh no, do it from here. Document uploads. Yes, export data. Our files in OpenWebUI get exported to that data directory. We can see here an example that it was telling us export name of directory, so we're just gonna say now echo money symbol, the name of my variable, to see what is there. So let's go here and we're gonna say echo money symbol, the name of my variable, data dir, data directory, and it's telling us that it's in this one dot slash, meaning in this folder, in this root power working directory VM. So in this path we're going to be having an environment variable. We're gonna have to set it every time this thing starts, or have it in our command line interface session like this one that we have exported it. Here before we did an export just to the session, so it does so this command line interface has that variable, but we can export it also with this command, and it will be on our set shrc, that is like the bash rc, that is like the scripts that run every time before our command line starts. So we have to set lots of things there. So let's continue. Now we have set that document directory. Now just to make sure, let's stop our server for the OpenWebUI. Now let's run it again. Hello world OpenWebUI. Okay, hello world OpenWebUI is running again, and let's refresh this just to be sure. What is the other thing that we were running here? This is LangChain, but let's stop it anyway. I don't know what it is. Let's remember OpenWebUI server. So actually this was the OpenWebUI server, and this other one was the LangChain integration with OpenWebUI with our API exposed. So anyway, let's refresh both of those. I just stopped those servers and now we started them again. Now to be triple sure, we're just going to refresh this guy. Let's close Super Whisper for the moment. Okay, so what are we doing? So it seems that there is something there. Let's delete it. Now let's do here, add a new document, upload files. So let's just upload a PDF with my CV. File upload, file added successfully. Okay, now let's see. Document uploads is empty, of course. So document uploads is empty. Where is this thing uploading? So let's see the name of that. Anyway, we set a folder. We need to see why is not uploading that file. PDF, save docs. To vector, is saving it even to vector. That could be good. That could be good because it seems that it's saving it to vector already. But let's see where is saving it. Or maybe we don't even care, because it seems that it's saving it to vector. So wherever it's saving it is good, because it's making the vector representation of it. Then we have to see where is that vector representation. So let's look at it a little bit more to these logs. So just sending telemetry is failing, but we can check soon why. But where was that .pdf? Okay, save docs to vector. It was not saving where I was setting it to save, so that's one of the things, that it was not saving the files or not uploading the files where we set it with our variable, but we'll see in a moment why. And number two, that we can see here, and that is something good, that is saying that save docs to vector file. So that is good, because that means that it's saving already some vectors without us having to do anything out of the box for us. This OpenWebUI, we have the UI and we have the vectorization of a document for free on Chroma. And remember, this is on Chroma Vector DB. So let's first talk about this, that is where it's saving, and it's not saving it where we expect, and it's because of this. Now we have here the lang serve. Let's stop it. So here, before we were doing the variables, each of these command lines interface are separated from each other. So that's why here we can say echo data directory. No, not this guy. We can say echo data directory. We see that it says document downloads. But if we say this same echo data directory from the screen that was running our OpenWebUI, we see that it's empty. So that's what he was talking about. So we need to set that variable, that environment variable. Let's hide this thing. We have to set that environment variable in our, that's what we're saying, into our set shrc. So that is the thing that runs like the bash rc that runs before start a screen. So let's say here, yeah, it understood what I meant. Export data directory, document uploads, set hrc. It understood. So now let's take that, copy, and paste it into this command line. And now what that did is that it, because before we did the echo just for this command line interface, but now to doing the echo, export into set hrc, every time when a new window opens, it will open with that environment variable source. So when we say source, this symbol in Spanish is like ñ, but in this Unix type file system means home. So home slash dot hrc, that is a file. So we're just going to, with source, we're going to activate it. We activated there, and we see that we lost the OpenWebUI environment. So now we need to activate that OpenWebUI. So we say again source, but to this guy OpenWebUI. So we saw that we are doing source to the home document set hrc. Now we're gonna be doing source to OpenWebUI environment activate. Now it's activated, and now here we can do also echo data directory, and we see that it's already loaded. So here we have not done it. So if we say here echo data directory, we saw it's empty. So we're gonna say now source again, source. Okay, we lost the environment of Python. So let's start again the environment for Python. Activate it, and let's ask now for the variable for the variable to put our data directory for OpenWebUI, so it's on document downloads. Okay, so now let's start again our OpenWebUI server. So OpenWebUI, start again there, and from this side let's start the Python bridge for LangChain. Okay, and let's refresh this guy. So it was looking at this. Let's refresh and see what happens. Oh, it's expired. Great. Name. Oh, maybe we didn't say in this one to not use authentication. Let's see. Echo export set HRC authentication false. Okay, we have authentication false. Knowledge PDFs documentation. Let's upload a file. Again, this PDF. We added it. Let's see. Document uploads. Wow, it put it here. Document uploads. Uploads. That is the PDF that it uploaded. Good. Gave it some name. Of course, that's why we were not finding it. So I gave it some name, and it created the vector database. Pretty cool. So it created the Chroma SQLite 3. It created a bunch of more things for the index database. So it's a vector index database. That's amazing. We just uploaded and for free did all the things. Settings, connections. This is it. Connections. So we have OpenAI. So what we're going to do is disable OpenAI. Is it disabled? Oh, no, it's not disabled. Disable and save. Now it's disabled. Now we're going to add one, and now that it's added, we're going to add in the URL our local host. And this guy, base URL. Okay, nothing of that. Save. Local host. Now we can go new chat. We can see that it's on LangChain. I have OpenWebUI. I just uploaded some documents on the workspace for the knowledge section, and when I ask in the chat box about a PDF that is mentioned in the documents, is not showing the response with that PDF. Do I need to do something else to link the vector space with the actual connection? I am using LangChain, by the way. Okay, let's see what it says. Yeah, because we have modified with LangChain. Potential issues that could prevent OpenAI from proper document referencing. You need to reference using the sharp before the knowledge base. Won't automatically search all knowledge bases. Try this formula. Sharp, your knowledge base name. What information do I have about Oh, specific document, LangChain integration issues. So there are a couple of things. So let's try first the sharp, your knowledge base name. Let's try sharp and the knowledge base name. Okay, let's try that first. So chat, so sharp is showing me there, knowledge base name. So collection, sharp is showing me the whole collection or just a file. I will say the whole collection. Who is Manuel Betancourt? It's showing perfectly. That is now searching in the documents. We just need to say sharp. That is a great integration. It is doing the work in the data, in the vector database. Now we have done the ingestion. We have uploaded the documents, the PDF documents. We have ingested them and vectorized them. They have been validated to use with Chroma, and they have been reindexed because every time we upload a new document or delete a document or a file path, so every time we upload something in our knowledge space or our client uploads something in the knowledge space, that will be used as a repository of information. Now we just need to do something to avoid typing that sharp. So that's a great progress. We have the agent working and consuming the data source. Now we can do a little bit more awesome things with our agent. In this lesson, we took another step in building your AI skills. If you want to go further, join my free Skool community. I will help you build your own AI agent step by step. And if you're serious about monetizing, check out my masterclass where we create a complete virtual assistant that answers and makes calls, takes bookings, and sends SMS confirmations, ready to sell as a service. Join the community and I will see you on the inside.